Hello everybody, my name is Sniping is Fun, and I welcome you back all the way to my part 2 of my PlayStation 2 collection. Part 1, we went across all the stuff in this container right here. So if you have missed part 1, I'd recommend you watch that, like I've mentioned in my past collection videos, and I've stated this before. If you don't want to watch them in all the parts in order, it doesn't really matter, you can watch them in any part you want. If you don't want to watch all the parts, so be it. I'm not forcing you. You enjoy what you want, watch what you want. But this is part 2, and we're going to be going through the PS2 games in this container and the PS2 games down there, in there. So we're going to get started. One thing I noticed, though, actually going through this thing, there was one PlayStation 1 game I missed, and you probably just saw it a second ago, that I missed from showing it because it was stuck in with the PS2 game because it's in a PS2 case, and that's Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Awesome, classic 2D Metroidvania, Castlevania game, cool story, characters, yada yada yada. Everyone knows Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I don't have to state much. I'm sorry I didn't show it in the PlayStation 1 collection. I kind of missed it because it was in between everything. But here you guys go now. You see that. So let's start. PlayStation 2 games here. Tenchu, Wrath of Heaven. Cool game. I remember renting this back in the day. Played it with my friends. I play it with my cousin now. The whole co-op multiplayer. Multiplayer battle mode type stuff. Pretty cool. It's cool being a ninja, and the Tenchu series is pretty cool. If you see my PlayStation 1 collection, I do have Tenchu 2 on the PlayStation 1. I do also have the Tenchu on the Wii. It is a fun, cool series. If you like playing series that are about ninjas being stealthy, I would recommend it. Especially this one. Well, actually, I'd recommend all of them. The PS1 Tenchu 2 would be cool. I've never played the original Tenchu. This game, there's another one on the PS2 that's pretty cool, and the Wii one's actually pretty sweet as well. I recommend it. Ninjas are awesome. We got Devil Kings, are known outside of America now, especially because there is one on the Wii and PS3 as Sengoku Basara. The original game was localized here on the PS2 as Devil Kings. All the characters' names were changed to some random bullcrap, and none of the Masamune Date or Nobunaga Oda. They're all just different names. It doesn't really change the gameplay up. It just kind of changes who the characters are, but they are the same characters essentially. It's a Mushu game. It's basically like Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors, but more crazy, which actually kind of makes it a little more fun. But there you go. If you like Dynasty Warriors or Samurai Warriors or any of those Mushu type games, you'll love yourself some Devil King Slice and Goku Basara. The Atari Anthology. Classic game collection of all the old Atari games, like Centipede, Tempest, and Asteroids. Really fun game. And it also has some of the arcade versions too, I think. Yeah, it has some of the versions of the arcade. It's a good collection of those who like old classic games, like I mentioned in part 1 with like Taito Legends or Midway Arcade Collections or something. It's worth getting these if you want big, giant arcade, classic game collections to play a ton of games. Pretty fun. Here we go. Right here, it's the first Tony Hawk's Underground. This case is GameStop one because my original I had back in the day I did end up selling, but I wanted to buy it back. Probably one of my favorite Tony Hawk games. I love the story. I love how they actually added a story in this, beating Eric Sparrow and just the whole rising to the top type thing. It was really different at the time, coming off the Pro Skater series. Pretty fun, awesome music, good multiplayer. I actually would play this. I played more Underground 2 online back in the day, but I think I played this one a decent amount. Okay, we got Need for Speed Hot Pursuit 2, a pretty cool, mostly simulation, somewhat has some arcadey qualities to it, racing game. You can play as a cop. You can go head-to-head with 2-player, a lot of different cars, and just go crazy with the cops chasing you. Pretty fun game. Dragon Quest 8. I have not beaten this game yet. I've not played in a while either, actually. But I remember renting it back in the day and enjoying it. I want to get into the Dragon Quest series so much. I'm so into Kingdom Hearts, I'm so into Final Fantasy, I'm so into Tales, but I've never really played too much Dragon Quest. And what's sad is I actually own a couple of the games. I own two of them on two or three on the DS. I own this one. So I'm trying to get into the series, I just haven't really gotten to it. But it's a cool classic RPG series. And if you like, especially the designs of Akira Toriyama and Dragon Ball, it pretty much defines Dragon Quest. And it's an awesome, awesome RPG series. Timesplitters, Future Perfect. Awesome first-person shooter series. I'm actually really surprised this was not brought back. I love this one more so for the story mode. I love 2 more for the multiplayer. But this is still a really fun game, especially in multiplayer still, because they add more stuff to it. You can get all these interesting, cool characters. It's so different. You can play as a zombie, you can play as a monkey, you can play as a pharaoh, you can play as like a cop or any of these people. It's weird, like seeing all the serious first-person shooters nowadays, and you see something like this that's just, you know, let's have fun and throw random bullcrap in there. You can play as a duck. Duck! Fun. Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. Coming off the heels of the Underground series, after Underground 2. I enjoy it. Fun single player. You know, most part, I've never been able to beat this one because I got stuck. Awesome music, even though I do like both Undergrounds more, and quite frankly, some of the pro skaters more too. But still really enjoyable. Really fun game. It kind of comes off and like, it improves on stuff from like the Underground series. Okay, the Devil May Cry the original. Fun, beat 'em up, action, hack and slash, fun game, original. If you've never played the classics, you could play, well, you could buy them all, the three of them on the PS2, but there also is like a PS3 360 like HD collection if you want all of them. They are classics, they are worth getting, and they're also really freaking hard, especially that one in 3. Inuyasha, The Secret of the Cursed Mask. Another Inuyasha game I own. It's the RPG game. I have not really gotten to this game yet. It's been in my collection for a while. I've tried to go back and forth between my game systems and games. Haven't had a chance to really get this yet. But I got it basically because I like myself the Inuyasha anime. And quite frankly, I'm also a big RPG nut. So, well, you put 2 and 2 together. But it does look really interesting. And we've got right down here 007 Agent Under Fire, the first one in the 6th generation when it came to 007 games. I used to have this back in the day. This was one of the first games actually that I got on my PS2. Not this copy because I ended up selling it and then buying it again. But it was one of the first games I got like on the PS2 alongside Jack and Daxter and Maximo, alongside SmackDown Just Bring It. So those were like my first PS2 games back in the day, like in 2001. Oh, and technically Final Fantasy X as well. But it's an awesome first-person shooter game. 007 awesomeness. You can play the story mode, which is actually pretty cool. Multiplayer is awesome. And there you go. Okay, we got right here. And here's the other 007 Nightfire. This one really improved on the multiplayer modes. I think this was more focused a lot more on multiplayer and adding more stuff to it. The single player was still pretty awesome. And that's basically it. 007. If I had to pick between these two, I probably would pick the Nightfire a little more, at least into the multiplayer. But they're both pretty freaking good games. And if you're looking for classic, well, now they're considered classic 007 games. It's worth getting both of those. Right here, we got Sean Palmer's Pro Snowboarder. Basically, back in the day when they were trying to not just stick with Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, but do like Matt Hoffman or Dave Mera or Sean Palmer and whatnot. Cool game. You can basically customize your own snowboarder. You can play the snow levels, which are pretty good. The soundtrack is really freaking awesome. New Disease from Spine Shank is freaking amazing. I actually would say my love for music and my love for genres of music and everything really came from playing video games, like especially back in the day, like all the Tony Hawk games, wrestling games, everything. Like my love for music was basically from video games. And right here we have Final Fantasy 12. A lot of people don't really like this one all that much, or at least I've seen. I actually quite like it. The characters in this are pretty cool. The story's pretty awesome. I've not been able to get around to beating it yet, but the gameplay's pretty cool. This was like a precursor to before they... This is like another precursor after, like when they took like the Final Fantasy 11 like MMO gameplay and kind of made it more in a single player mode. Pretty cool. Cool story and characters. I really like it. And that's it, I think, from this one. Those are all the PlayStation 1 games you remember seeing before. Let's jump into over here quickly and get to talking about these PS2 games right here. And I'll go through them quickly because it's about 9 minutes in. Persona 3, and this is like the updated version. I've not played too much Persona. It's a cool RPG series. Fun games, characters, and stories. Pretty enjoyable. Amplitude. Really cool rhythm game, playing music and everything. And some really awesome music in like Blink 182 and Run DMC, David Bowie. Awesome music. Really techno looking and cool. Worth a buy if you like stuff like Guitar Hero. Or, quite frankly, if you like Frequency, which is basically the other version of the game. I think it's the one that came first. Frequency, then Amplitude. SmackDown Straight Around. Classic wrestling game. When I think the SmackDown series really started taking off. Like, it took off in SmackDown 1, SmackDown 2. I like Just Bring It. But I have to say this one actually really took the series to the next level. Cool season mode, story mode, creating characters and entrances, and well, maybe not creating entrances, but I mean like creating like stuff, like picking your entrance and stuff, like all the crazy customizing stuff. Pretty fun. And here's another wrestling game, Spectre for 2011. Fun, enjoying. This is the first one that they started doing the mode for like not GM mode, universe mode. Pretty cool customization of characters. The story was still pretty interesting. I played this more on the Wii than I did on the PS2 version, but still enjoyable. Here's Tony Hawk's Underground 2. I liked the first Underground a little bit more, but this one still was really enjoyable. The story was really crazy with Bam Margera and all that, you know, jackass stuff. Team Hawk and Team Bam. Pretty cool. Good music. Basically, it took what they did with Underground 1 and improved on it a bit, but I still think Underground 1 is a little bit better, but they're both pretty equal. Mega Man Anniversary Collection. You love the old classic Mega Man's 1 through 8. Buy this game. Really freaking awesome. Lovely games. Awesome. You can get the 2 like battle mode extra stuff. Pretty fun. And we're going to end off part 2. What's SmackDown? Here Comes the Pain, which took what Shut Your Mouth did and made it even better. Shut Your Mouth. Love the season mode. I remember renting this back in the day. It was like back in 2003. I was still in middle school. It was on Halloween. We were coming up Halloween. I was all dressed up in my Halloween school, like, you know, outfit and everything, you know, dressing up. And we went to Blockbusters after, and I rented this. And it was awesome. Really awesome. And I like it. And that's it for part 2, everyone. Stay tuned for part 3, and hopefully I can get through all of this in that part. Maybe if not, I'll go to a part 4. Stay tuned for it. Hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Please subscribe if you want to, and stay tuned for the next episode. Bye!